I don't want to have a throwaway. That's my goal.
Oh, I'm
Did
making
you
work.
see this
Nice
guy?
catch already. Oh no, I'm making you work again. Woo! You saved me twice. I haven't saved you one time.
What do you do? You're supposed to make the guests look good.
Software.
Oh, gosh, what a
Time to
save,
play.
Jim.
What up, peeps? I'm Jim. Welcome to the Having a Catch podcast, the show where we have a catch and chat with friends. Today, I have a catch with my favorite YouTuber, the frustrated gamer himself, Brandon Loretti. Loretti, how the heck are you,
What's
dude?
up, Jim?
Good. I appreciate you coming here. Before we get in, because we'll go down a rabbit hole, I'm sure. I got to ask everybody, and I know the answer already.
Okay.
Because we attempted this catch once before.
I was gonna say it.
Yes.
If you asked me when's the last time I've had a catch, I was gonna be like, 2 weeks ago when we tried to film this last time.
Right. So we attempted this before. We had some technical and some user difficulties. So today we brought in our cameraman, Mako. Mako, say hi.
What's up, boys?
Yeah,
we got Mikey helping us out.
He's here making sure I don't mess anything up.
Okay.
But I know the answer to this question. Do you say have a catch or play catch?
Having a catch.
Yeah.
Play catch makes it sound like it's a sport.
Yeah.
The sport is baseball, Jim.
You're right.
That's my opinion.
Right.
I don't know. Do people actually say play catch?
Oh, yeah.
Here's a question.
Oh, yeah.
All the people you've had on the podcast so far, has anyone said I say play catch?
Nobody has outright said they play catch.
Okay.
But they say that they can give way in some context of it.
Okay.
Like if they're having a catch with their kid or they're throwing the ball with their dog. That's what Andy said. He's like, if I'm throwing the ball with my dog.
So that's the cutoff. The dog is where it becomes.
I was like, dude, that's fetch. That's not catch.
That's true.
That's fetch.
Now, do you say having fetch or play fetch? That's the question.
You're definitely playing fetch.
Yeah, you're not having fetch.
You're definitely playing fetch, yeah.
I got to warm up the wing. I'm tired today.
Yeah,
I played
right?
tennis this morning.
Yeah?
Oh,
you were saying you had the tournament.
Big tournament,
Yeah.
real big.
You lost to a 16-year-old.
He just turned 16. He was 15 like weeks ago. The worst part of it is, first off, I got crushed. And then he had to wait for his mom to pick him up to drive him home because he doesn't have his license yet. So that was pretty crushing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That'll humble you a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I thought I was like decent at tennis, and then I'm like, all right, I can't even beat a sophomore in high school.
He's got to get driven home.
Oh, yeah. Mom picked him up in the minivan. It felt terrible.
Yeah. That's all right. It happens. Age comes for all of us, dude. It comes for all of us. So I know we did this before, so I'm not going to ask you the same questions. Maybe a question or two.
Yeah.
So it's on the record.
I'm a professional. I'll answer them the exact same way. The people will never know.
See? That's why we keep you around.
Yeah.
That's why we keep you around. So I have a new question for you that I didn't ask before, and I wanted to, and I don't know why I didn't.
Okay.
But you're a YouTuber. You've been YouTubing for how many years now? 6 years?
6.5 years, yeah.
6.5 years. You got millions of subscribers. You have 3 channels now, right? With Roxy the cat. You still running that one?
Technically, I made a channel for my cat. Yeah. I kind of just made it for another video, but yeah, the channel's still up. Every once in a while, when she does something funny, I'll post it.
Put it on there. Yeah. So how many total do you have across, I guess, we'll say with your main 2?
I don't know the exact number, but maybe like 4 million, something like that.
That's nice. For context, I think I have 35.
35 million?
As this helicopter flies through right here.
You have 35 million?
35.
Oh, 35, okay. Hey, when I started my channel, it took me like probably 4 or 5 months before I hit 50 subs.
Really?
So you're ahead of me.
Yeah.
You're on pace.
I post the podcast once a week, the full ones, but I have a short that I post every day.
I've been watching, so you have you have the new episode every week, but you have shorts, like clips that you post, what is it, every single day?
Yep. I just didn't think I would have like the bandwidth to post more than once a week on a full video, starting out.
Especially in the beginning, you got to figure out your process.
And I'm a one-man show. Besides, we got Michael helping today.
Yeah, today we got help.
Yeah.
Are you paying Michael?
No.
Oh, jeez.
No, paying him in friendship.
All right.
That's what I'm doing. I want to ask you this because the reason I asked why you have all these subscribers is you've definitely learned stuff along the way. So
For
what
sure.
are some tips and tricks you would give to someone who has a new YouTube channel like me, kind of starting up?
Man, I do get that question a lot. Like, oh, if I'm starting a YouTube channel, how do I grow quickly? Or just tips and tricks. I went into it kind of like you. I had no YouTube experience. I had no editing experience. I had no film work experience. I just kind of learned by watching other YouTube like tutorial videos and watching other YouTubers.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had a great answer for this question.
A bunch of lists.
I would say always be trying to improve a little aspect of the channel. So like, all right, maybe this week you learn about thumbnails. Maybe the next week you learn about trying to come up with good titles that are not too long that it'll get cut off.
Right.
But, you know, interesting enough to get clicks. Oh, geez.
Yeah, we good.
I don't want to have a throwaway. That's my goal. When we had our last podcast, I didn't drop one ball, didn't throw away any balls. So
and that's good because Steve, who I guess we can call your YouTube assistant, that's what I called him when I had him on the podcast.
It just sounds mean saying it that way.
That's
like,
why it's Steve.
My assistant.
Yeah, your assistant. Yeah.
That sounds like he's getting me like coffee.
Well, he better be.
I guess.
He better be.
I guess I could get him to start doing that.
But when I had him on, dude, I was all over. He had an overthrow. I had an overthrow. So you can't be worse than Steve.
And he plays baseball way more than me.
Right.
So.
Right.
He also throws it harder than me, so that could be part of the problem.
He doesn't know where it's going. He doesn't know where it's going.
How's the grunting coming across? It's probably really great for a podcast.
Listen, editing these, I'm always like, ugh.
We're at that age now.
Yeah.
Oh, the wing doesn't feel like it used to.
And I talked about that with Steve, too. It's like, did I always grunt?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
No.
Well, in tennis, grunting is like a very common thing. Like, I hit a serve, I hit a forehand. Are there pitchers that grunt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Quite a few do, actually.
You don't really hear it.
Robbie Ray does. Who else does, Moki? Trevor Bauer does. I think Aaron Nola does a little bit, too.
Interesting. You see that save?
I challenged you on that one a little bit.
Said to see how... Oh, God!
Oh, that's on me. I missed that one.
I'm ashamed, Jim.
That's on me. I totally missed it.
In what world is that on you, Jim? I threw it 4 miles to the left.
Well, I could have caught it. I thought I had to short hop it, so I was going to try and go low to high, and I didn't have to. It went over my glove like that, so I could have caught it.
Crushing. Can you just edit that out, and I'm just going to keep saying that I've never overthrown you?
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
All right, good.
Yeah. I know you said one of your tips was like always to try and keep improving in every little aspect.
Yeah.
So since the last time we did this, I've come up with a game or an idea that I have, and it's called Walk, Strikeout, or Hit by Pitch.
Okay.
It's a have a catch themed game. Currently sponsored by a Casual Athlete. They got these fancy water resistant hats. You can use the code CATCH to get 10% off. Link is in the description. And here's what you got to do. You got to decide between 3 things that I'm going to give you.
Okay.
You decide, let's assume you're the pitcher. You have to walk, strike them out, or hit them by pitch. And then you give me your justification about why.
Okay.
And here are your 3 things.
I like it.
Ready? It's Steve as a roommate in college.
Okay.
Steve as your employee.
Okay.
And Steve at your Halloween party.
So I have to do one of each?
Yes.
Like I can't just say, oh, I'll strike them out for each one.
Nope.
Oh, man. Okay. Wow, this is tough.
Yeah.
So I got to throw him under the bus a little bit.
Damn
You're
right.
forcing me to do
Damn
this.
right.
All right, so we got Steve at work.
Steve at work.
Steve as a college roommate.
Steve as a college roommate.
And then Steve at the party. All
Halloween.
of things that we have experienced.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. All right, I think I would walk Steve. I don't even know, dude. This is a great game. I got to come up. All right, let me think about this a little bit. All right, I'm going to, man. All right, so it's walk, strikeout, or hit by pitch. I'm going to hit him with the pitch for... Man, I can get myself in trouble with this one. I'm going to hit him with the pitch at the holiday party.
Halloween party.
Okay, because... Or was it the Halloween party?
Halloween party.
Oh, I thought you said holiday party.
Nope, Halloween
Okay,
party,
okay.
yeah.
All right, then that's easy. I'm hitting him with the pitch at the holiday party.
Yeah.
Because he always has a costume, and then he's got to be annoying about it. Like one year he was Steve Irwin, and like, yeah. So I'm hitting him with the pitch.
Okay.
I'm getting him out of here with the Halloween party.
I like it. But if you hit him with the pitch, he also gets to go to first base.
Oh, jeez. This is a dynamic game.
Yeah, see?
So there's like levels to it.
Yeah.
I was thinking hit by pitch is bad, but maybe it's good.
So, well, it's up to you, because obviously you're inflicting some sort of pain.
Yeah,
You know?
he deserves a little pain for how he's acted at the Halloween party. I'm hitting him with the pitch.
Okay.
As a college roommate, man, this is tough. So I either have to say he was a bad college roommate or he's a bad employee.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't necessarily have to be bad. He's just not as preferable as the other two.
Okay.
You know?
All right. He was a great college roommate. So I'm going to walk him as a college roommate. So because I want to give him first base as a thank you for being a good college roommate.
That's good.
And then as an employee, I guess, what's the only thing I have left?
Strikeout.
I'm going to strike him out because I think you and Mikey would just be so much better to work with every single day. Oh, God.
I missed that one again.
See, you frazzled me with this game, Jim.
I distracted you with the questions, and then that took your focus off.
Hey, you know it's a good question if you just completely... I lost my mind on that one.
Right. So that's pretty good. I thought maybe you would strike out Steve at the Halloween party. Just get rid of him.
I think that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
I think I went hit by pitch thinking that was the worst one, but now that I think of it, strikeout might be the worst.
Right. So it's all a matter of how you see it. Like, you could be doing a hit by pitch and you aim to hit the person in the head.
That's true.
You know what I mean? If you're just trying to hit him on the hip or something.
Also, what's the situation in the game? Like, if I'm already up by 9 runs, or if I'm down by 9 runs, I hit the guy. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just inflicting pain. It has no bearing on the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But if this is a tie game in the 9th inning and you hit a guy, that could be huge.
Oh, that changes things.
So Steve at the Halloween party was more of a tie ball game, hit by pitch in the 9th inning.
Okay.
So that's a big advantage for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe the other way around. I don't remember now.
What do you think Steve would say about that? Like, how do you think he would rank himself if he were you?
Oh, rank himself?
Yeah.
I would say it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Knowing Steve, like if you give him a serious question, he's never going to give you a serious answer.
Right.
I think he would say he's worst at his job.
Yeah.
I think he would say he was the best college roommate. And I think he would say the dance floor would be the middle one.
Yeah.
Whichever the middle one would be, I guess walking them, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably the best one. You're just like, hey, go to first. I'm going to keep you around.
Just go to first. I'm giving you a free base.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't even have to get hit.
Yeah. What do you think, Mako? What do you think Steve would rank himself? Come in camera over here. Give yourself some screen time. This is Mako, by the way, this handsome devil. How would you rank Steve in those 3? I mean, you weren't roommates with him. You weren't.
I don't think I would want to be roommates with Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd walk him at the Halloween party because he brings the vibes.
He does
bring the vibes.
He's a guy that I'd be very disappointed if he was not coming.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
I will say that. Yeah.
He's integral to fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. What were the other 2? Strikeout.
Strike out him as an employee, and then or walk him as a roommate.
Hit him with the pitch as an employee.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's my employee. If I were Brandon, he's my employee. I want him to fear me a little.
Keep him motivated a little bit.
But also,
yeah.
I want him to get the free pass.
You want that element of fear.
Yeah. Strike him out for the last one.
Yeah.
For roommate, I guess.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thanks for hopping in there. We got a long segment about Steve here.
Yeah.
He's gonna love it.
This is gonna be his favorite episode.
Oh, I'm
Did you see this
nice
guy?
catch already. That a boy.
Now that I clipped your mic, but boy, wow. It hurt the heck out of my shoulder.
That was a
Jim.
good catch, though. That was good.
Felt great about that one. I
Oh,
used
God.
all like 3 inches of my vertical.
Oh, no, making it work again. Woo! Nice.
Come on.
Nice.
I'm a defensive baseball player. I don't think I can hit a ball anymore.
Listen, you saved me twice. I haven't saved you
but
one
yeah,
time.
what do you do? You're supposed to make the guests look good.
I know. I'm doing a terrible job of that. But I've been saying this a lot lately. You win some, you lose some.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
Yep.
As we're getting older, I feel like we're losing more.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
So another question I wanted to ask you, still YouTube related. I
Okay.
know that you have run into fans out and about. I know about the one in New York. You want to tell that story?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So we were filming a video where we were going up the Statue of Liberty and we were doing all this stuff. And we were in line and this like family turns around and they're like starstruck, which is so funny. It's like me and Steve, just two idiots, like with a dumb camera filming ridiculous videos.
Yeah.
And this kid was like a massive fan of our channel. And they were actually visiting from India.
Whew.
And they were only there for like 3 days. And apparently the kid, who was like 10 years old, on his way over was like, hey, Mom, do you think we're going to see Brandon and Steve? And she's like, there's 350 million people. Like, sorry, he doesn't even live in New York.
Right.
No, you're not going to see him. And then the two of us just happened to walk right behind him in line to go into the Statue of Liberty. And then we spent like the whole day with him. Like the mom was helping us hold the camera.
That's
and, like,
awesome.
It ended up being great. So
That's such a cool thing for the kid. And then I know you did the convention not that long ago too, right?
yeah.
you had
So
a
once
bunch
a
of
year we
people
go
there.
to that.
Yeah.
And then we'll announce it ahead of time. So like
Right.
people will come for that reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always pretty crazy too. I mean, it's funny. You get in the habit of like uploading YouTube videos and you see the numbers, but it's hard to comprehend. Like some of your videos I've seen, you've gotten a couple hundred, even 1,000 views,
Yep.
but it's hard to comprehend 1,000 people.
Right.
Like if we were doing this in front of 1,000 people, we would both be like terrified right now.
I'd be shaking in my boots.
So it's funny to see, all right, there's actually people behind that number sometimes.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was
Like,
fun.
Did you ever like think it would be like this? Like when you were starting out, like how has your life changed, I guess, in that regard? That like the fact that people are spotting you out, or like you have all those people come
Yeah.
to see you at a convention, that's got to be like kind of.
I mean, it's not common. It's not like, oh, I can't go outside without getting
Right,
mobbed by like people.
Yeah.
It's a great level because I'll see someone at an airport once a month or this and that, and I feel like I'm Tom Cruise for the rest of the night. But then I could go home and live my life. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm getting mobbed.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think I thought it was going to get like this.
Yeah.
Because I was following the route. I went to college for accounting. I got a job as an accountant, and then I just hated it. So, no, like nothing against accounting. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah. Well, Steve was also an accountant too, and you pulled him out of there.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
bam.
he was definitely less of an accountant than even me. Like he went to school for film and like editing and stuff like that. So that's why when I started the second channel, so I started with the gaming, then I started the second channel, which was just like real life videos.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, I need some help because doing the 2 channels full time was crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Steve knows me better than anybody. He has the experience editing and he's got a good personality on camera. So that's kind of why like he was a no-brainer.
It does make sense. Like watching you guys together is a lot of fun. And I don't want to speak for Michael as well, but I think that he would agree when I watch the videos, I laugh. Like I'm definitely laughing at them.
I appreciate
and they're
it.
entertaining. And obviously it's working because you got a bunch of subscribers and stuff.
Yeah, no,
So-
it's been great. We've been able to do so many more things, like not only time, but even just there's some things you just can't do by yourself.
Yeah.
So he's given me the opportunity to like, I mean, we've traveled a lot. Like
Yeah.
we took a Tesla and did like autopilot and went across the country. We went to North Pole, Alaska,
Right.
which is this ridiculously tiny little city in the upper parts of Alaska. Like we've done some really fun things and it's crazy that we can do it for a living.
I know that when I think about that, I'm like, man, you guys could be at a desk still
Yeah.
like punching numbers, but instead, it might be silly. It might seem silly to like record yourself do stuff, but like you're kind of just living life a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I mean the behind the scenes stuff, like as you know now.
Yeah.
You film a podcast or we go out and film a video for a day or two, and then it takes a week or two of actually sitting at your desk,
Yep.
editing the video,
Yep.
making the thumbnail. That stuff's less fun, but it still beats what we did before.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like getting out of a cubicle was nice.
And I just watched your last two vlogs, the first class and the Dubai one.
That was the first class was my favorite video maybe I've ever filmed in my life. I felt so out of place.
Yeah.
So I got all these credit cards, which was terrible for my credit. And me and my wife are looking for a house now. So horrible timing for me. But I got all these credit cards to get these points, because like you get these sign-up bonuses.
Yeah.
And my idea was, all right, let me get the world's most expensive like first-class plane ticket for free, just using credit card
Yeah.
points. So we finally filmed that one like last month or whatever. We had to fly all the way to Dubai.
Yeah.
But I sit down, they give me like caviar and like this expensive glass of champagne. I didn't like either one, but
Yeah.
you know, it was crazy, but it was cool to see.
Yeah.
I mean,
You definitely looked uncomfortable.
for sure.
In something that's supposed to make you feel comfortable,
Oh yeah.
you looked uncomfortable because you're like, this is for fancy people.
Oh yeah.
This
I
is
was
a fancy
uncomfortable for two reasons. Like one, I was uncomfortable because I just felt like they expect me to be a jerk. Like,
Yeah.
you know, bring me some caviar,
Right,
sir.
right.
And I'm just like, do you guys have like chicken fingers?
Yeah.
Like, they were clearly like, this guy did not buy this seat.
Yeah, right.
Like he clearly used points. And then I was uncomfortable just because I'm like filming in public, which
Right.
is always kind of tough.
Right.
Although by the end they knew I told them I was making a video, and then they all wanted to be in the videos
That's
and
cool.
stuff. So then it made it a lot easier.
That's cool.
But yeah, that was really fun. That was a cool one.
And then you got to go to Dubai.
Yeah, then
With-
we flew there, so I'm like, well, we might as well do something while we're there.
Right.
So we stayed in like the Burj Khalifa, like the
Yeah.
tall building there. So
How long were you guys there for? Like, because that's a long flight.
that's the only problem. Like every time we do these videos, people are like, "Oh, it's awesome! Like you're getting paid to like go on these great trips." The only thing is, we have so much work with the other channel to do. So every vacation we go on is like a skeleton of a
Right.
vacation. So like we went to Dubai for less than 48 hours. We went to like Alaska. We were there for a day and a half.
Oof, that's tough.
Which takes away a little bit of the fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still really cool.
I know you got somewhere to be.
Well,
here
you know, I'm
today.
a very important person, Jim. So
Yeah,
I have
well,
a lot of prior engagements.
I've come to know this about you. You know,
Barbecue with mom and dad.
you're a VIP, dude. You get first class tickets.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got stuff to do.
And I didn't even have to pay for it. They just gave it to me.
So I don't want to hold you up from that. I know last time I tried to have us end on a curveball,
Yeah,
and I had to show you how to do it.
it was ugly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I finished with a decent pitch.
You
I
did.
think I went with a two-seamer, though.
You did. I think you did end up on a curveball.
Did I get it at the
Yeah.
end?
You remember the grip?
Oh, let me give it a try.
Yeah.
Let me give it a try. The answer's no,
Yeah.
but all right. I remember it was something sideways. Like, is it that?
That's a four-seam fastball. Michael, do you know the grip? You don't know the grip either.
What about that?
Yeah. Put your middle finger on the seam though, because you gotta push that middle finger with the seam to give it that spin.
So like right here?
Yeah, like on the inside,
I'm
and
kind of coming across.
don't like you hurt your shoulder like that. Do a karate chop.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So you throw and then karate
It's
chop.
like a tennis serve a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just doing like a sliced tennis serve.
Yeah, do that. Do
All right, all right.
a slice tennis serve with the curveball. Here we go. We go.
All right, I'm just picturing that our buddy Steve is up to bat right now.
Yeah.
2 strikes,
Should we put
bottom of the
Michael in the
ninth.
box?
What'd you say?
Should we put Michael in the box on the curveball?
I don't want to hit him. I'm definitely going to hit him.
Yeah. I'm looking at him. He's like, no, please, no.
I have no idea where this ball's going to go. Yeah, you might need a full bodysuit.
Oh,
All right. Although I don't throw it hard, so it's just
You
gonna
did.
be like.
You did the one time though. You put some mustard on it.
Yeah, there was little dust that came off.
Yeah, like little lightning bolts.
We can go lightning bolts.
I don't have those editing capabilities to do that.
Yeah, where it
so.
just in a year.
Yeah,
All right,
gotta
you
pay
ready?
somebody. Yep. All right, here we go.
Wait, I have a question
Okay,
for you.
what do you got?
I have a question for you about your experience on YouTube.
Yeah.
One, are you having fun with it? Which I think the answer is probably going to be yes.
Yeah.
And two, what have you picked up since you've started in the last month or two that you didn't know when you first started?
So I very much am enjoying this.
Good.
Because I've gotten to reconnect with some people that I haven't talked to in like a decade.
Because that's what I always say, not to
Yeah.
interrupt you. I always say, like, I get questions all the time from people like, oh, I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel. The number one question I get is like, how long until I can make money?
Right.
Which I'm like, if that's your only goal, you're not going to get to the point where you're making money,
Yeah.
because you have to have fun, or else, because it takes years.
Yeah.
Like for me, it probably took like 2 years before I got any money. Like, it takes a long
Right.
time to get to that point.
So I think if you asked me this like 5 years ago, that's
Let's go back to throwing
how,
regular.
Yeah. Well, all right.
We'll
We'll get
stitch
to
this in anytime.
We'll get to the curveball.
Yeah,
We'll get
yeah.
there. But if you asked me this 5 years ago, my focus would have been on how can I make money as fast as possible.
Yeah. Which
But-
is not a bad thing.
No. But like if you're not going to enjoy it, then what good is it? You know,
then
it's
you're
like-
not going to get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I started doing this, obviously I wasn't sure when I first started. My first couple episodes I filmed, and if you go back and watch them versus some of the newer ones, you can tell I'm a little more not myself, because
Yeah.
I'm a pretty outgoing guy, but I'm nervous. Like I'm on camera, you're putting yourself out there for
Yeah.
the first time.
It's
you don't-
tough being on camera at
Right.
first.
And you don't know if it's going to be good or not. So once I kind of got over that hurdle and I'm having the catch, and I'm like, oh, I'm just having fun,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
And like you said, catching up with buddies you haven't chatted with in years.
Exactly. So I am certainly enjoying it. What have I learned? I wish I had like something that sticks out. Just kind of like being in the weeds with it. It's hard to like kind of take that.
See, you hit me with that tough question earlier, so I
Yeah.
figured I had to get you back.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
one.
you got me good. I don't want to say maybe something I've learned. Something I'm still trying to figure out is the balance between how to edit. You know, like
a podcast's tough because you don't want to edit it too much. Like
Right.
you want it to feel like a conversation, but
Right.
you don't want it to be boring.
you don't want to have too many long pauses too, where people check out of the podcast. But that's also how conversations go. So it's like, it's kind of, I'm still learning that balance, like
Yeah.
trying to figure that out. Still with the shorts and everything too. Like shorts, I think are more, maybe that's what I've learned. Shorts are more like get rid of the pauses.
For sure. The shorts are
Like-
more heavily edited.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the full length podcast, not as much. Just let the conversation kind of go naturally. But if there's
Yeah.
a really long pause, yeah, maybe cut it out.
Yeah, if someone overthrows you or whatever. No,
But-
you've been killing it. Like the
Yeah.
shorts, have you ever edited before? Because your stuff is edited pretty well.
Well, I must admit, I use AI for my shorts. So
but
if anybody
still,
wants to
I mean,
kill
I
me
know
over
editing.
that,
AI can
Yeah.
only take you so
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Like you still have to do stuff.
yeah, it does a lot of the heavy lifting for me. But I edited, editing software.
Oh, gosh, what a
Diamond
save,
play!
Jim.
Oh, I
That
had
counts.
I saved you that time,
You
though.
saved me.
I
That
couldn't
was
let
a
it
great.
happen
That was a
again.
diving catch.
Whew, dude. A lot of
It'll
work right
take you a
there.
minute to recover.
I think if we watch the replay, I think I just fell. Software. Oh, diving play. Oh, I had it. I think that's what
It
it
wasn't
was.
even a dive. It was just a fall
I
down.
just fell. I don't even know what we're talking about now. Oh god.
Just your experience editing.
Right. I think when we were younger, like computers kind of just started. We had the dial-up back then, so
Yep.
like software was different. And then high school, we started getting some video projects.
Had like your Windows Movie Maker.
Right. So that's what I started with.
Yeah.
And I know in college I would film our flag football games, right? And I would just edit those up too. So like I've enjoyed it like a lot,
Yeah.
but I never thought it would be something that I do regularly.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I started my current channel on Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah.
That was the software. And then, I mean, it is very limited.
Yeah.
So I ditched it pretty early.
Upgraded.
But, I mean, it's a great spot to learn
Yeah.
just like cutting. And
Does it still exist?
it does. It's different than it used to be when we were kids.
Yeah.
But it's a good place. It's free. And it's a great place to like learn storytelling a little
Right,
bit. Because you can
right.
still piece together a video. You just can't really add many effects. And stuff
Exactly.
like
there's
that.
there's only one track too, I think.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where I started also, and you just kind of learn the editing
Yeah.
portion of it. But I guess maybe I've seen enough YouTube videos now to kind of see. I don't want to say I'm an expert because I'm not even close, but just to have a general idea like what a video or like a podcast should look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm not a professional,
But you've
But-
seen enough that you
yeah.
know how it feels.
Right.
Like, after you edit it, you can watch it and be like, all right,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's like maybe I need to cut this here. Maybe I need to do that. Like you do a couple of rounds of edits, I'm sure too, right?
For
Like,
sure.
Yeah. So
I like how now that we're just about done, the guy stopped mowing his lawn.
yeah.
too.
that constant buzzing in the,
Yeah.
the audio that you guys hear was a guy mowing his lawn. There was
He had like a helicopter.
Yeah, helicopter that came through. Yeah. We just need a oh!
Oh, I tried.
Oh God. This is a stark contrast to the first time we
Last
did.
time we were locked in.
Yeah.
I thought I was close. I had the motion.
Yeah.
Just didn't pull it off.
Here's the thing though. I haven't had many episodes where this has happened. So this will be good. This will be a good content to show people that I'm not cutting this stuff out. Like
no,
this,
it's like
this
he's not chopping out the
Yeah.
bad throws.
No,
It's
this is
guy
just what's
stinks that
happening,
he's
yeah.
throwing with. Yeah.
Oh God. All right. You want to hit the curveball now?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Here we go.
So
We're
I got to
ready.
have that middle finger right here.
Yeah. Karate chop, forehand, over the top serve slice.
Right around there.
That'll do. That'll do.
All right, here we go,
Here we
Jim.
go.
You ready?
Yep.
Bottom of the ninth, World Series, Game 7.
Steve's up to bat. Does he walk him? Does he strike him out? Does he hit by pitch?
Oh, a little high.
He walked him. We'll give you. Yeah, that was a warm up.
Okay, all right. Hey, well, the count was 2-2.
2-2.
Now it's
Okay.
a full count.
Full count. Game's on the line.
All
Strike
right.
out Steve. Yeah, he's at it! Loretti wins the World Series. All right, peeps. Catch you guys later.